Hi there, lovely book people. I am going to share my thoughts on the anthology Meet Cute, which is a YA short story collection all about people that are destined to meet. What I loved about this was that it is not only filled with girl boy romances, or you can tell goy and just mix girl and boy together. It has a lot of diverse characters, more than one same-sex romance, and a transgender romance story. I also really enjoyed the mixture of the authors. It just works together how not all stories are love at first sight stories, but it's a nice mixture of friends getting to know each other better, how people meet for the very first time and don't just fall in love on first sight, but simply notice each other and think, hey, that person is cute or nice or might be interesting to get to know. Every author took the theme to a different level and a different story, and I really enjoyed that because not one story in this book is exactly like another one. Each one is unique, each one is different, and that is so wonderful to see. And while I personally didn't love every single one of the stories in here, which I honestly don't think is possible, especially if you read an anthology like this one where it's not written all by one author that you know you love, but it's actually for me first anthology where I only had one story that I didn't enjoy. In an anthology, that is fantastic. The three ones that are my personal favorites in this are by Catherine McGee, which is a futuristic story named Click about online dating. Emery Lord's story Oomph is an airport love story about two girls meeting, and Jennifer L. Armentrout's story The Dictionary of You and Me about a missing library book, which is just, that story just worked for me because it is love story about a book in a book about love stories, and something about that just worked for me. In this book, basically all romance stories have a realistic undertone. They all make sense. They all are not just taken out of thin air. They have a realistic tone to them, and I love that because it's my favorite style of romance stories. It is one of the most fitting book titles in existence, if you ask me, because basically every story is not only about meet cutes, but it's also just utterly cute in themselves. So it just works that the word cute is in the title, that if you never read an anthology before and want to give one a try, this is definitely a good one to do that with. The story is very different but has the same tone throughout it, so that while you continue to read something different in each story, it still feels like it clearly belongs in one book. But if you're a pro at anthology and reading them doesn't get boring in this book, because each story has a very unique tone and setting and plot to them as well. So it's just really nicely done. I definitely think that in this book there is at least one story for every type of reader, no matter what type of romance you're interested in, because there is such a wide range of different romances covered in this, or at least for everybody that enjoys reading about romance, which if you don't, then you might not enjoy this book, but at the same time, why would you pick up a book that clearly is about romance? So there is that. But to wrap this up, let me just say, if you want to read this, definitely give it a try. It's super cute. It's definitely worth a read. I would love to hear if you are interested in this book or if you have read it already. Also, if you have any recommendations on anthologies or ones that you want me to read and review, please let me know that in the comments. I will definitely consider that. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you in some way. If so, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. And until then, have a fantastic day. Bye!